Hey guys, coming at you today from the Mobile Command Center, aka the camper. Sitting here enjoying a tasty adult beverage, and I figured I'd show you something that I threw together a while back. My dedicated 22. Let's get into it.
It's really fun to shoot because it has zero.
CMMG style 22 upper.
So, quick rundown of the basics. What we have here is a CMMG dedicated 22 or the Senior 22 style upper. It's a dedicated upper, so it's got a 22 barrel and a 22 bolt carrier instead of the. It's basically the same thing as the drop-ins without the little insert that goes in the barrel that's attached to it. Other than that, it's basically the same carrier. It's on a Troy Alpha Carbine lower. This actually started as a 5.56 Troy Alpha Carbine that I switched around a few times. I'll throw some pictures up. It started its life as a PDW, which is what the Alpha Carbine is, a 14.5 inch PDW. Then I converted it into a more standard AR with the regular buttstock. Then the last iteration was a recce style 14.5 inch rifle. Then I ended up selling the upper from that to a buddy for $300, I think, which I ended up paying $1,300 originally for the rifle when I first got it, which, you know, at the time it was about the going rate. It was before the gun market really bottomed out. And now in these times, who knows? I mean, it's gun market's insane because of the COVID stuff. But anyways, that's where the lower's from. It was just something I had sitting around, so I decided to do a dedicated 22. And the upper itself is actually from PSA, which I know with PSA, but it's a dedicated 22 trainer. It's not like I'm taking this thing as my go to war shit hit the fan rifle or anything. It's a Plinker. To start out with furniture on this, I've got the Bravo Company. I think it's the Mod Zero or Mod Stock. These are one of my favorite stocks. It's really between these and the B5 Bravo, or the B5 Sop Mod Bravo is what it's called. Those are probably my favorite, honestly. And then these. I've got a Magpul MOE K2 Plus grip. These definitely one of my favorite grips. This is the K2 Plus is the rubber overmold. It's just an excellent grip. It's got a steeper angle, so you know, a little bit more natural hand position instead of making you force your arm out like the old A2 style grip would do, or tweak your wrist. And then some Magpul M-Lock rail covers, rail panels, whatever you want to call them. They're nice and textured, grippy. Normally I like the BCM, MCMR rail panels, but this rail here's only got rail sections at 3, 6, and 9. So since it doesn't have the offsets, the BCM panels are kind of skinny. I went with these because it covers the whole rail basically. This rail here is going to get swapped out for either a Geisley Mark 16 or a BCM MCMR in the near future. We've got the original Troy flip-up irons on it. I like the newer Troy better, the SOCC. They're a low profile, kind of like the Membus Pro Magpuls. I like the front one especially because it's got an adjustable elevation on the front built in, kind of like the Membus Pros. But anyways, it's got the original Troys. I got an Enforce light, which before I catch too much flack, it's a damn 22. I just wanted to put something on it to make it feel similar to, you know, the rifle I would regularly run. This is sporting a Trijicon MRO on a American Defense QD 1/3 lower co-witness mount. This was on my Geisley URGI rifle. I replaced it for a Vortex Razor HD Gen 2E, the lighter version, on an American Defense 1.93, so the little bit higher mount. It's more of a heads up style. It's a good optic, you know, it's probably a little bit much for a dedicated 22, but I had no home for it really, so it's a placeholder here, I guess. We got some just cheapy Strike Industries pivot pins, but I mean they're way easier to push out than the mil spec ones. Magpul QD mount, or QD mount shit, Magpul mag release, extended mag release, makes it a little easier to get on. So we've got the Enforce WML, like I said, on a Magpul. I don't know if you can even see it. It's a Magpul Scout Light mount that's got Picatinny on it, but it also has the places for the M300 or M600 Scout Light to mount to. That was also on my URGI at one point while I waited for Narasaka mount to come in, so that's on here with the Enforce. Other than that, we've just got a Strike Industries bolt catch, which basically is useless on this rifle, and just a AIM surplus AMB safety. These dedicated 22s, the only kind of downside to them as far as training goes is the bolt catch is non-functional because just how far the actual bolt itself reciprocates in the upper. So the way these work is the actual mag has a last round hold open on the follower, and then when you drop the mag, the bolt comes home. So every time you put a new mag in, you got to rack the charging handle. You know, it's not that big of a deal, I guess. CMMG makes a drop-in part, I believe. I don't know if there's any modification required or not, but that, I believe, allows you to actually use the standard bolt catch. So I need to look more into that and get that part. Like I said before, this was just a PSA upper. I think it was like $350, $360, something like that. I don't know, somewhere between $300 and $400, which isn't too bad. I originally thought about getting another M&P 1522. I've had a few of them, a couple of them, and they're really solid rifles. But I wanted something that really had the heft and felt, you know, like a standard AR, something a little bit more similar. The polymer handguards, which I know you can replace because I've done it before with an M&P, put an actual AR barrel nut and stuff on, but I just wanted something that was a little bit easier to work on from the go. And also, you know, I could, like I do sometimes, I'll just take this upper so I don't have as much crap going with me in the range, and I'll drop it on one of my other lowers, like my PWS lower that my URGI is on, so I can use the Geisley SSA trigger, which is nice. But all in all, this is a pretty sweet little rig. It's fun as heck to shoot. Just Plinker steel, you know, it's 22, so there's really no recoil at all. I mean, you can shoot fast as you're capable of and stay on target. You know, just Plinker steel with it. It's a lot of fun. You know, it's a good little trainer. And right now, with these times we're in, with the whole pandemic, with everything going on with riots and looting and election year, it's been not hard to get ammo, but it's outrageously priced, and I've got a good surplus stash built up, but I don't want to shoot a bunch of it. So this thing's been getting a lot of work lately, coming to the range, and where I, you know, won't burn up as much 5.56. But all in all, I like it a lot. It's been really reliable. I mean, the last stuff I was shooting, just some really shitty, like Winchester, not even copper jacketed or anything, just lead, Super X. I mean, it's ran everything I put through it, from higher end stuff like CCI or the oh, what the heck is it? The auto match, which is good ammo, to Remington Golden bullets, the cheap Federal or Winchester. It eats about everything and never had really any hiccups. So, I mean, it's been so far as reliable as the M&Ps. I really dig this thing a lot. I'll go ahead and pull it apart real quick and just show you the carrier. It basically just rides in these rails right here. It's not really a carrier, it's just a bolt. Like, I'm just so used to calling it a bolt carrier. This part goes to the chamber and locks up. But that's basically your whole mechanism right there. And I actually still have a buffer and buffer spring in there, even though you don't need it for this style upper. I've got it in there just, you know, to add a little weight. And also, if I needed to, I could throw any upper on this lower and still use it without having to worry about throwing that in there. One last thing that I can't say enough good things about are these PWS ratcheting castle nuts. They're just awesome. I mean, they make it so you don't have to stake, and they're not coming off. It's got a little detent, I guess you'd call it here, that ratchets when you tighten it, and I mean, it holds it solid. You have to break it hard as you would a good staking to get it loose. Never had one come loose on me, and I've got a couple of them, so it's a sweet rig. A lot of fun to shoot. I'd highly recommend at least looking at them if you're in the market for a 22 AR of some kind, or even just any 22 for plinking around with. Quick look there. You guys take it easy, and I'll see you soon. Sitting here enjoying a tasty adult beverage. Oh god, I need a chaser for that. Oh shit. So, before you talk too much crap about that, take a dose of seizure medication. Holy shit, I can't see.